Hey kids, today's show is brought to you by the letter 4 and the number potato! I'm a stupid private.
Hey action fan, it's time for the last of Legend of Korra Season 2, with Episode 13 Darkness Falls and Episode 14 Light in the Dark. I'm going to give my 100% spoiler-free review right now. This all-out brawl between the forces of good and evil is an absolute must-see. It falls shy of perfect, but it's a damn fine end to Spirits. I give Episode 13, Darkness Falls, 4 out of 5, and Light in the Dark, 4.5 out of 5. When you get a chance, see both these episodes. You won't regret it. And Epic Spoiler Storm makes landfall now. So the end begins in Darkness Falls when Vaatu is about to merge with Unalaq. But Korra puts the kibosh on that by forcefully ejecting Unalaq from the spirit world. Mako and Bolin follow to defend the portal entrance while Korra slugs it out with Vaatu. The boys don't do half bad until Unalaq is joined by Eska and Densa. Meanwhile, Korra has Vaatu on the ropes, but the crazed chieftain throws off the balance. And before you can say Pazuzu, Unalaq and Vaatu are now the Dark Avatar. The fight goes outside, and despite an Avatar second wind, Dark Avatar Unalaq rips Rava right out of Korra.
Brutal. Awesome, but brutal.
Unalaq then lays a beatdown on Rava that not even an attempted intervention by the fire ferrets can stop. Finally, Rava is destroyed along with Korra's connection to the previous avatars. With all his enemies scattered and broken before him, Unalaq transforms into one of those giant warriors from Nausicaa and flies away. Over on the B-plot, Tenzin and the gang manage to spring Jinora from a misty spirit prison. But instead of fleeing for her life like a sensible person, Jinora disappears in a flash of light to go do spirit stuff. Next, on Light in the Dark, Tenzin and company have gotten Korra back in fighting condition with some handy-dandy spirit water, and it just so happens that there's a way for Korra to go head-to-head with Kaiju Unalaq.
Korra's in for some unpleasant surprises when she drifts with Mako.
No. All she needs to do is meditate in that big tree that held Vaatu. And bada bing bada boom, Korra is now a giant version of Dr. Manhattan. Fully clothed, thankfully. Meanwhile, the Republic City Defense Force is having the exact same luck with Kaiju Unalaq that the Tokyo military has with Godzilla. But Ultra Korra's here to turn the tide, and with a little help from glowing Jinora, she rips Rava right out of Vaatu-Laq. And then does that spirit calming number which kills him, I think.
It's very unclear.
With Korra and Rava reunited, all that's left is to close the spirit portals so this can never happen again. But Korra's like, that noise, humans and spirits gonna live together. New spiritual age!
If he says that one more time.
He needs his hands. Confine any fractures to the lower body, if you please.
It's been a long time coming, but this finale is something else. We had more than a few action-light episodes in the middle of the season, but Legend makes up for it big time here. Both episodes also have some interesting subplots. Apparently, Bolin does have feelings for Eska.
Feelings other than pants wet and tear, you mean?
Yeah, who knew? During Vaatu's rampage in Republic City, Varric and his executive assistant make their escape during the chaos. And we also get to see some neat cameos in Darkness Falls, when Tenzin, Bumi, and Kaya are wandering around the forest. They run into none other than General Iroh.
Like a boss!
And once in the Mist Prison, they also meet up with Admiral Zhao. The action is definitely top shelf in this episode. The first fight with Vaatu is pretty cool, even if the evil spirit's powers are kinda loosely defined. He can control evil spirits, fire energy blasts, and control vines, somehow. When Vaatu and Unalaq combine to form the Dark Avatar, Unalaq is clearly more powerful, but he never shows any facility with air, earth, or fire.
I guess even the Dark Avatar still needs proper instruction in bending techniques.
We sort of see the culmination of Eska and Densa's arc, if you can call it that. Unalaq fell out of the running for Father of the Year long ago, and Densa's just about had it by the time Vaatu is free. And Bolin's skill at water bending is all that's needed to win Eska over. But a romance begun at the end of the world is short-lived apparently, because as soon as the crisis ends, so do Eska's feelings for Bolin. The most memorable scene in the whole episode is seeing Rava and Korra ripped apart. It's just so... ew.
You know it was cool.
A little bit, yeah. As for Light in the Dark, the action isn't quite as good this time around, mostly because the fighting takes place between Giant Unalaq and Korra, so there's not a lot of bending action. I was also disappointed at Giant Korra's design. She's just a bigger, bluer version of regular Korra. Giant Unalaq looks cool though, basically a hybrid of himself and Vaatu, which is neat. The outcome of the fight is also kinda head-scratching. I'm not sure what Jinora did or how she did it. I only know there was a big flash of light that somehow disrupted Vaatu's powers. It's also never really explained what Unalaq's spirit calming technique actually does. Does it kill the spirit? It sure seems to have killed Unalaq. I thought they just went back to the spirit world when they went all gold and dissolved. What happened to Vaatu? They definitely established he can't be killed. He'll just re-emerge from Rava at some point. Will Korra or some other avatar have both spirits inside them? Well, anyway, still a good episode. Now let's break down the good and the bad in Avatar Legend of Korra, Darkness Falls, and Light in the Dark. Darkness Falls is an action extravaganza. And true to the name, this is Korra's darkest hour. Then there's Tenzin finally figuring out he's not Aang.
Bravo!
On the other hand, Jinora Ex Machina and Bolin's freakish understanding of how especially unhinged female minds work kinda felt trite. In Light in the Dark, it's a giant man monster versus monster girl fight in the Bay of Republic City. How do I not recommend that? The only thing that holds the finale back is the lack of explanation around the whole enterprise. But it does pretty conclusively end the arc, and on a high note to boot. So in the end, I give Darkness Falls 4 out of 5, and Light in the Dark 4.5 out of 5. Stay tuned for my Legend of Korra Book 2 retrospective, coming soon. Thanks for watching. I'm the Stupid Private.
That's all, folks.